Good evening, everyone. I'm Brenda Blackman, sitting in for Jennifer Valapi. There has been an arrest in the Godfather 3 theater shootout.
Shootings left 3 people wounded and a 15-year-old boy dead.
There's 3 dangerous men in Queens. There's Troy, Homo, and E-Moneybags. Those are the 3 amigos. Those guys are dangerous.
He was allegedly involved in the Christmas Day gunfight between 2 gangs at the Sunrise Cinema on Long Island.
These guys is good guys to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't, how it mixed up, how I got to that, I don't know how I got to that.
So when Jay speaks to Nas, he go, yo, man, we don't even make music for niggas like that, man. We only make music for niggas that get money. This is what Jay tell Nas.
I was married to E first cousin, and E and Jay bumped heads.
Nas calls E. E, what's up, yo, man? That fucking nigga Jay, man, when I see that nigga on sight, I'm all over that nigga. I'm fucking his ass up on sight.
The year is 2000. Jay-Z with his Roc-A-Fella crew goes on Hot 97 to freestyle for Funkmaster Flex. The artists that come with him to freestyle are Memphis Bleek, Beanie Sigel, Emilio Sparks, and E-Moneybags. They're sitting there, freestyling, and having a good time. Before coming to the station, Memphis Bleek had an idea that this would be a perfect opportunity to premiere a new artist, already mentioned, E-Moneybags. Prodigy, one half of the hip-hop duo Mobb Deep, was driving his car to the studio and by sheer coincidence was also listening to the same station. The Roc-A-Fella crew was taking rounds around the microphone, freestyling, when all of a sudden, it was Bleek's time to spit rhymes.
I was listening to it because he was going in. I was like, okay, he's going in. Before I get out the car, let me finish listening to the radio. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening. All of a sudden I hear Beanie say, I creep on like a quiet storm. I'm like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga trying to go at us just now. So I'm listening closer now. So now then he had some nigga named E-Moneybags up there rapping. All right, E-Moneybags. So now I go in the studio. I say, yo, E, come outside real quick. So E come outside. I'm like, let's do this. So E like, what did he just say? E-Moneybags? Who the f*** is that?
Together with E, they both took it as a sign of disrespect and decided to call up the station and get the record straight. A couple of minutes later, the station picks up the phone. Prodigy, without hesitation, asked them to get Jay. At first, they claimed that he had already left the studio and that there was nothing that they could do. He stayed persistent and asked them to look around, maybe he was still there. After a couple of minutes of waiting, the studio folks managed to catch Jay-Z near the elevator and got him back inside. Jay picked up the phone and the conversation got heated instantly, with Prodigy, Jay-Z, and E-Moneybags going back and forth at each other over the phone. While it may seem confusing at first, E-Moneybags wasn't just some random guy from the street, but a legend to many in the New York streets. Less known for his MC skills, he was a real deal, with connections not only on the streets, but all around the music industry. Born Eric Smith, he went to Westinghouse High School, the same one attended by legends like Notorious B.I.G, Busta Rhymes, and none other than Jay-Z himself. According to Prodigy, they weren't strangers either, with both of them attending the school at the same time before E moved to Left Rock City, Queens.
Bags told me that y'all went to high school with Jay-Z. I'm like, what? Bags said, nigga, I'm from Sumner. I'm like, oh, get the f*** out of here, yo. You from Brooklyn, nigga? He's like, man, Jay-Z went to high school, man. Come on, man. He's like, that nigga used to talk. Ew. Like, man, that nigga went to high school, man. So I'm like, oh, shit, that's kind of crazy, man.
He was a stick-up kid who didn't bow down to nobody, and if needed, used his gun to solve his problems. His notorious street reputation included extortion, selling drugs, armed robberies, and murder. In 1990, Bags was a part of a shootout at the premiere of Godfather 3 in Valley Stream Theater that unfortunately claimed the life of a 15-year-old kid. The shootout was between the E-Moneybags crew, who called themselves the Young Guns, and the Lost Boys gang. Bags was alleged to be one of the shooters when an argument between two groups erupted.
Nassau County cops say tonight they've arrested a 17-year-old from Queens. He was allegedly involved in the Christmas Day gunfight between 2 gangs at the Sunrise Cinema on Long Island. The shootings left 3 people wounded and a 15-year-old boy dead. Police actually arrested the teenager Thursday night, but kept it a secret, they say, until they were sure. He is charged with reckless endangerment and criminal possession of a weapon.
When police got to the scene, they retrieved 25 bullet shells from 5 different guns. 4 people got hit during the shootout. All of them were innocent bystanders. 2 of the victims got hit in the arm and neck, but fortunately, none of their injuries were fatal. Third victim was a 17-year-old kid who played basketball for his high school who also survived the shooting, but got hit in the eye and subsequently lost the sight. The last victim was a 15-year-old kid named Tremaine Hall. He unfortunately caught a stray bullet to the head and ultimately died at the scene. While the lives of victims and their loved ones changed forever, Bag's notoriety spread and he continued to make connections all over the Queens. More specifically, he started hanging out more in Queensbridge, home to legendary rappers like Mobb Deep and Nas.
Shamik started bringing E-Moneybags to Queensbridge. So that's how I met Bags, you know what I'm saying? The Bags, they started hanging out with Nas and all that. So that's how I met Bags. Bags like, yo, what up? P, you the God, P. P, you the God, P. Niggas can't f with you, P. He used to be, you know, that was my nigga, son. He loved Mobb Deep. That nigga loved me, son. That was my nigga. He really was feeling my music, you know what I'm saying? And me as a person, like, he used to always tell me, like, yo, son, you that nigga, son. You know what I'm saying? For real, son. Niggas gotta give it up to you, son. Niggas don't give it up to niggas is bullshit, son. They lying. So, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That was my nigga. I was real close with that. You know, me and him got real close through Shamik and through Nas.
In the early 90s, he was heavily affiliated with the rap crew Live Squad, which consisted of Stretch, Majesty, and K-Lo, who were also closely tied to Tupac. While Bags didn't understand Pac's revolutionary mindset, he respected his heart, and when Pac got locked up on false sexual assault accusations and after the Quad Studio shooting, unlike many of Live Squad and Pac's friends from New York, he was one of the only ones who visited him in jail and hospital. Unfortunately, their friendship was cut short because Pac didn't like the fact that Bags was still cool with Stretch and Big, people whom Pac was blaming for setting him up.
You heard about E? Talking shit on him, son. Oh. Niggas gonna know about E.
Moneybags, firm, baby. Queens in the house, representing firm. That's enough. If it ain't rough, it ain't right. You know how I go.
Inspired by being around Prodigy and other successful rappers, seeing how much money there is in the music game, Bags decided to also start rapping. He released his own solo album, In Bags We Trust, in 1999. Although a lot of people say the album is neither good nor bad, the features were superb. It included Nas, Nature, Kool G Rap, CNN, and Live Squad. The lineup itself should serve as an evidence of how respected and well-connected E-Moneybags was. One of few close to Pac, Biggie, Nas, Prodigy, and Big Stretch. As a cherry on top, Bags was even mentioned in 50's song, the one that got 50 shot up, called Ghetto Qu'ran.
Hey Luke, Mel, son, Troy, and E-Moneybags.
At the time of a phone call to the station, Jay-Z was very well aware of E-Moneybags, making the whole situation even more personal. On top of all of it, Jay-Z's relationship with Prodigy and a lot of East Coast rappers were also not in a great spot. East Coast rappers took great offense when Jay-Z in the song Cash Money Hoes said the line,
"What's dealing, huh? It's like New York's been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. I'm trying to restore the feeling."
This line was a reference to Snoop Dogg and West Coast duo The Dog Pound crushing the Twin Towers in their video for their record, New York, New York. Prodigy and others not only felt disrespected because it was thought SJ was dissing them for not standing their ground, but even made them furious about the fact that during the peak of East Coast and West Coast tensions, Jay-Z was nowhere to be found, and rappers like Prodigy and Havoc had to take it upon themselves to defend New York with records like LA, LA. The tension between Jay and the rest of the East Coast had been building up for years, but for Prodigy and E, this was the final nail in the coffin. They continued to go back and forth over the phone for some time, until Bags had enough of it.
Jay-Z came back upstairs, got on the phone. Yo, what's up, yo? I said, yo, man, somebody want to talk to you. Gave the phone to E. He like, yo, what up, nigga? Like, yo, who this? He said, E-Moneybags, man. What up, nigga? He's like, oh, what up, yo, what up, what up? Yeah, yo, what up with this? Who the f*** is H-Moneybags, son? Who this nigga you down there? Come on, nigga, you don't try to play me, son. You know niggas think that's my name, son. That's my shit. That's what I'm running with, nigga. You got somebody with my name, nigga? And him and Bags start arguing. So then Jay-Z says some to Bags like, nigga, I don't give a f***. Whatever, nigga. Whatever. Bags like, whatever? Oh, nigga, so alright, you know what it is when I see you then, right? So then Jay-Z said, yeah, you know what it is. And Bag's like, oh, word? All right, cool. Bang, hang up, right? Bang. Burn, son. I'm gonna fire this nigga, son. This nigga playing games with me, son. I'm clapping this nigga. Ah!
According to Majesty and Homicide, E took the situation personally, not only because he was biting his name, but also because he was helping out Jay before he had become a big star.
When Jay wasn't popping, when Jay wasn't popping, he used to bring his tape to E, so because he wanted him to give his tape to Ed Lover to play in the morning.
Yeah.
So Jay used to go, all the heavy hitters in New York, Jay would bring his tape personally to the heavy hitters in New York, and E was one of the heavy hitters. And want them to be
playing that shit in the
web.
And,
so now when it's time for E doing the same shit, now that you done made it already, nigga looking for him to like, yo, nigga, I ain't nobody now just because you doing it?
More and more East Coast rappers were starting to have problems with Jay, and now E-Moneybags was one of them. After he hung up the phone, Bags was furious. He called up Nas to tell him what was going on. He told the whole situation, and Nas responded with, alright, I'ma call him. At the time, despite sending a couple of jabs at each other, Nas and Jay still had some sort of relationship and were in talking terms.
So Nas calls E.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, E, what's up? Yo, man, that nigga Jay, man, when I see that nigga on sight, I'm all over that nigga. I'm fucking his ass up on sight when I see his ass. So he like, oh, all right, so what's up? We got beef with this nigga? Like, yeah, we're on sight. We on this nigga up here, all on the Queens beats, nigga, fucking violating it. So Nas is like, what? All right, boom, hang up. I don't know if Jay called him back or he called Jay. Well, they speak. So when Jay speaks to Nas, he go, yo, man, why he bugging the fuck out, man? Yo, man, we don't even make music for niggas like that, man. We only make music for niggas that get money. This is what Jay tell Nas. And Nas tell that nigga, yo, hell no, I make music for everybody. And he was like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? We make money for the money niggas. And Nas told him again, no, I make music for everybody.
This statement really upset Nas, and they started to go back and forth over the phone. This incident escalated their beef to another level, and everything from there on end started to get serious. According to the rumors on the internet, it is alleged that during the next few weeks, Jay didn't leave his house in fear that Bags, with his reckless nature, was going to handle his business in broad daylight. During this time, apart from Prodigy and others dissing Jay on their records, Bags himself recorded a couple of diss songs aimed towards Jay-Z. One of those diss records was called The Gospel, which was unfortunately his last song ever.
Jay wanted Nas in his dead president's video. Who the hell you think he hollered at, yo? Real connected with real, Those were the days, and it ain't my fault. He didn't accept the invitation. You sample my thuns. Now I'm on joints and with my thuns. Name the time or place, you won't even come. I'm know this arc, you something similar. Not knowing your part. Life was an act, should have been playing it smart. It's killing you. You're facing the real. You know I ain't nothing like Mace. I ain't a straight beat cocked to your grill. We up in the place with it tucked in the waist.
The situation on East Coast was dark and tense, but right before E could do anything, Sauce Money, another New York native who worked with Jay-Z in his earlier career, was married to E-Moneybags' first cousin at the time, and in his own words, fortunately, I was in a good situation where I could arrange a phone call between both of them. Thanks to Sauce Money, they worked out their differences in the end, and the paranoia that he was going to get him was finally lifted off Jay's shoulders. Unfortunately for E, his reckless attitude eventually caught up with him, and soon after the situation with Jay-Z was finally over, he managed to escalate his beef with Kenneth Supreme McGriff, a leader of a Supreme team and a drug kingpin in Queens. Unfortunately this time, it ended tragically.
A couple weeks later, you know what I mean, Bags had beef with Qu'ran, you know what I'm saying? Because Bags was going to buy a car, you know what I'm saying? And Qu'ran was selling it. So he put a down payment on it. And I had did some music with Bags, and I paid him for it because Bags did a beat on the Murder Music soundtrack. So I paid him for it. So Bags like, oh, shit, I got this money now. I ain't gonna do the other shit I was about to do. I'm gonna get my money back from that nigga. So he went, so I need that back. Preem like, nah, you can't get that back. I was like, what? I need that back. And nah, you can't get that back. Oh, okay. Back seen the nigga behind the Coliseum one day. Seen him sitting in the car, walked up on his car, pulled out, shot the car. Nothing hit Preem. It hit Black Just. Black Just was still alive. He got shot in the thigh. You know what I'm saying? And probably somewhere else, I don't know, but Preem takes Black Just to the hood and tells somebody else to take him to the hospital. Black Just dies from bleeding to death. So now, you know, niggas is after Bags for that. So now Bags telling me like, yo, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to kill Just, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to kill Preem, you know what I'm saying? It was a mistake. I ain't mean to kill Just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he like, the niggas after me. I don't give a though, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a what happened? Well, I'm gonna kill that nigga Preem when I see him.
In 2001, in retaliation for Black Just murder, Supreme ordered multiple hitmen to perform hits on 4 of his enemies. It included Big Nose Troy, Green Eyeborn, 50 Cent, and E-Moneybags. On July 16th at 9:45 p.m. at Queens Village, 4 gunmen crept up behind his Lincoln Navigator while he sat inside, smoking, and fired over 40 rounds into his vehicle, hitting him over 10 times and ultimately killing him. He died with a gun in his hand.